We are? Okay. Good evening. This is the December 27, 2023 meeting, Newcastle Zoning Board of Appeals. Before we begin tonight, I'd like to take a moment to thank Howard Dubs for his 10 years of service to the board. Howard will be leaving the board after tonight's meeting. This is his last meeting, unfortunately. Through the years, Howard has always been fair, judged every case on its own merits. His wisdom has helped us all make reasonable and just decisions. I thank him again. Wish him all the best in the future endeavors. With that, we shall begin.
So we're extensions, Parak,
Yeah.
Parrot.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm Ken Anderson with Granoff Architects. I'm representing 76 Annandale, the Parrocks. And thank you again, Mr. Dubs, for your duty. We respectfully request an extension, another extension. We had one extension because it took a while to get pricing. And then we got pricing, and then we had to do a lot of value engineering. And so now we've submitted all the revised drawings. All the numbers are very similar. We just reduced things, honestly, that you don't like see. But we're asking for another extension, and we're definitely gonna start within the next couple of months.
How long of an extension do you need?
I mean, to be safe, I would say till spring, so 6 months. Just
6 months to start.
yeah, I mean, we'll be under that. I mean, we're trying to start in January, but it's gonna be, it's a lot of excavation and site work, so we don't wanna really make a mess.
I don't have a problem with 6 months unless anybody else does.
No.
Okay. I move we grant the 6-month extension for the Preak case.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina,
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan,
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
You have your extension? Good luck.
Thanks very much. Have a good night.
Yates for an extension.
Is there anybody here from that?
I think I saw him on the screen earlier.
Sorry, did you say Yates?
Yates.
Hi, yes, I'd like to request an extension for 136 Roaring Road. We are in the final stages of obtaining a building permit. There was just some revised site work by the engineering department that needed to take place.
And how long do you say you need your extension for?
6 months.
Is that reasonable, Tom? Our building department thinks you could do it quicker.
Just the last one was 6 months.
I'm gonna make a motion that we grant you a 3-month extension.
Sure.
With the provision that if something untoward happens, you can always come back and see us again. We'd be happy to see you. So we'll make the motion
Okay.
for 3 months.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina,
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan,
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Next extension is Cook.
He's not gonna be present tonight at the meeting, which is why he submitted a detailed letter in his first extension, so we have
Which one was he?
2 Ryder Road.
Oh, 2 riders. He wants 8 months for this construction. Tom, is there something really difficult going on there? He's looking for 8 months.
Coordination and financial. 6 months should be more than adequate.
Okay. So rather than the 8-month requested, I'll make a motion that we grant a 6-month extension on this application.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan,
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Okay. This next one, Howard,
So were you gonna
may not
bypass
be here
Heiko?
yet.
He's actually
Are
on
they
the
here?
screen now, so
He's in?
yes.
Oh, okay.
So the application for Martin Heiko.
Yes, hi. Can you hear me okay? I just, I'm gonna be there in person, but I just contracted COVID yesterday, so I'm just got out of bed and after this I'll go back to bed.
Okay, so,
Can I make a couple of comments to start, or?
yeah, did you, I didn't hear you state your name. Can you state your name for the record?
Yeah, Martin, Abel,
And what is it that you seek?
looking for setback variances for a home that I'm renovating right next to our home. And I don't know if I can draw your attention to the first page, which is the survey. And I just want to draw your attention to two things, if I could. On the back side of this house, where it says 1 story, you see there's a little corner, like a little cutout of that corner in the first story.
Right.
It reads slab, that's what's there. We just want to square that that part of that 1 story, which is it's about 3 feet by 8.5 feet, just to square that corner off. The other thing is that if you look at the front, you can't maybe make out that there's some steps there to the front door. And we're asking that we can make those steps, we'll say a little bit bigger, 4 by 6.5. So those would be the two areas impacting footprint of the house. And if when we run the calculator, and then, well, let me, if I can, I'll just keep walking through this. So the first, the next page, which is proposed first plan, it shows that little corner section that we want to square off at the back of the house, and then that portico in the front of the house.
Okay.
Now, the two other things are we would like to expand there's the back side of the roof is very steep pitch, and we want to provide for a dormer off the back of the roof. So we're not changing the footprint of the house so much, but we are changing the roof so that that heated area now is more livable. Where you can sort of stand up and you can have some window space in the back of the house. Probably the best thing to show you here would be the proposed east elevation. If you could scroll to that, it's 3 pages in. So you can see off it would be on the left side, that's the back of the house. You'll see there a proposed dormer off the back of the roof there. And then there's a dormer in the front of the house that we'd like to extend out 4 feet. That bedroom in the front is 8 feet and a half wide, that bedroom, so we want to extend it out, extend it out a bit so it's livable. And then the back of the house, the dormer there, just adds living space to the back side of the house. So these are the so the issue I have is that we are zoned for a half acre. I was surprised actually, because this lot is 150 feet long by 50 feet wide. And in fact, all the properties on this side of the road are the same size, 50 feet wide, 100 feet long, which is substantially less than a quarter acre. In fact, it's only 68% of a quarter acre, so it's not even close to a quarter acre. So this side of the street, they're all the same size lots, and it wraps around Byron Lake to both sides of the street going out. I don't know how many houses it impacts, but so what I had to do is with all the calculations is use half acre calculations when we're substantially less than a quarter acre, as all the neighbor houses are less than a quarter acre. So just to give you an example, with half acre, as you're aware, the side setbacks combined is 50 feet. Well, the lot is 50 feet. So by today's standard, we would not be able to put a flagpole in the center of this property, technically, because it's zoned as half acre. If it were a quarter acre, we could build something, but, so the calculations I have here are based on the half acre, which puts us, non-conforming, in 2 or 3 areas. So, I'm seeking approval from you folks, to add 27 square feet to the back of the house in terms of the footprint, more portico in the front of the house, and that would be it to the footprint of the house, and then add some square living space in the home. One of the 3 key metrics you have, building coverage, actually, for some reason, I don't know, we actually make that, we comply by half-acre zoning. And then two parameters we do not, make achieve half-acre zoning. And by the way, for example, if you look at floor area ratio, if we were a quarter-acre zone, we would actually be in compliance. So, anyway, I just wanted to sort of provide that as a backdrop. We're not doing much to this home except vastly improving the appearance of it. I don't think I sent any photographs. It's near dilapidated looking right now, and I want to really make it look very nice. The Architectural Review Board liked actually what we're doing very much. So, I guess that's, do you have any questions from that?
Does anybody on the board have any comments about this one?
I have a question. So the total amount of feet you're adding, the square footage you're adding to the house is it 53?
Let me take a look at my notes.
189.
Oh, 50, you mean the 27 square feet off the back and then the portico?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. That would be the footprint square footage, 54 square feet. And inside the house, because we're putting dormers and we're taking up, let's put it this way, in total, we're taking up 85 square feet, house-wide square footage, living space. So it's very, very de minimis, really. And I think the portico is just, that's just obviously a heated front entry. And we're replacing an old one, a really dilapidated one. And then the back is really just squaring off that tiny little corner. From the standpoint that would be, rather important. I do have, if I could ask a question, I'm wondering if, if it's, if we are all sort of quarter-acre area, if this is something that could be sort of examined in the future for mapping purposes, because I know this would affect probably a couple of dozen homes around this area. If there's ever a reassessment made to that zoning map.
A reassessment for what purpose? I'm sorry.
To rezone it as quarter acre since all the properties are less than a quarter acre.
You'd have to petition the town board for that. The reason that it was made half acre is hidden somewhere in the town records. I couldn't tell you why. You're not the only people in town that have a conflict with that because our zoning code was updated a few years ago, and there are other properties that we call legally existing non-conforming that don't comply. And we're sympathetic to that. We understand where you're coming from. But there's nothing that we at this point can do for you on that regard.
I mean, would that be of help to? Should I petition this to see if they can?
I personally don't think it's gonna help you any. I don't think you're gonna get far. I think because the zoning code has been updated, like I say, and this is what the board wants to see. Your house being there predating the code does not create a situation where you have to make large changes to meet the new code because you're there. I don't see a reason unless you have.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I mean, actually for personal reasons, it wouldn't be any reason. I mean, I just
No.
sort of want, when I spotted that, and I see a couple, and I see there are homes on the map that are quarter acre zoning.
Yeah,
And we're a little less than, substantially less than quarter acre. I just thought maybe it was an error, perhaps. But,
no, you're not unique. They're around.
okay.
We'll deal with it.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Any other comments from the board? Is there anybody in the audience or on Zoom that would like to address this application?
No hands are raised.
Nobody, okay. In that case, I'll make a motion that we close the public hearing.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Okay, I'll make a motion on this one.
Thank you, gentlemen. Can I
No,
just to conclude-
you're not finished yet.
Can I ask one question? I'm a homeowner, I just.
Oh, sure, yeah, go ahead.
What's the next step now that you've approved it? What, do I
We
have
haven't
to
approved
wait
your
still?
application yet. Our next step is to propose the application, whether it'll be approved or denied, depends on the board. And if you're approved, you go ahead and do what you're gonna do. If you're denied, you have the right to appeal that,
Oh, okay, so you'll make that decision if it's approved or not today?
we will make that right now,
Oh, okay.
okay?
Gotta vote first.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry,
I'm gonna do the motion for you, and I'm gonna vote, I'm gonna make a motion that we approve your application, if that eases your mind a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna make a motion that we approve the application of the Mary Keegan Irrevocable Trust for the following variances. I'll try to get them all. If I miss any. Okay. At the front portico, a variance of 14 feet is needed to improve the steps there. And the front portico, that's going to be a front yard variance. It also needs a side yard variance of 8 feet for the same steps. And it also needs why do we have 3 front yards here? Oh, I see. It also needs a combination of side yard variance of 7 feet because you can't add up to the required 50 feet. At the rear lower addition, the required side yard is 20 feet. The proposed side yard is 5 feet. The requested variance is 15 feet. Rear lower addition, the required combination side yard setback is 50 feet. The proposed combination side yard setback is 27, which means it needs a 23-foot variance. And at the second story, the required side yard setback is 20. Proposed side yard setback is 5. The requested variance is 15 feet. Second story addition, we need a side yard setback of 50 feet. And the combined side yard is 27 feet, so you need a 23-foot combined side yard variance. Your floor area ratio maximum is 1629, the proposed is 1818, which means you need a 189 square foot FAR variance. Your development coverage maximum allowed is 2592. You're proposing 3555, so you need a 963 square feet variance. That's a lot of variances for a little house. But in this particular case, I'm gonna make a motion that we approve those variances for the following reasons. This is an older home, illegally non-conforming and existing residence. It's on a small lot, undersized lot. It's an older home, been in the area many, many years. The houses around it have been updated, many of them have been updated, this one has not. And it's due and it needs it, it'll be good for the neighborhood. The granting of the variance will not create an undesirable change to the character of the neighborhood. There is no other means other than the requested variance to achieve the desired end. While these could be considered substantial variances, the benefit to the applicant will far outweigh any detriment to the town or the neighborhood. There'll be no adverse physical effect on the environment. This is a self-created hardship, but that should not be determinative. As we had stated before, the unique situation of this house being on an undersized lot in an older house will negate that. We'll need final surveys on your additions before framing, and you'll need an as-built when you finish, right, Tom? An as-built survey is when completed. You'll have 6 months to start and 1 year to complete.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
You have your variance, good luck, thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Can I ask you a follow-up question?
Sure,
Now, you said I had to do another survey, is that?
well, you're gonna put a small addition on the backside, you said?
Yeah,
And you're gonna frame on top of that, are you not? to frame up a room?
No, it's gonna be single level. It's just that corner, it's a 3 by 9 foot corner.
You need a survey on that one, Tom?
We need the as-built.
Just, all right, we'll skip that, our building inspector's confident, and as-built will do. So when you're finished with your project, we need an as-built drawing showing the improvements and the actual dimensions.
Oh, terrific, thank you. And then from now that you're approved, I still have to wait a month, is that it?
No, you have to get your building permit papers in order, and as soon as you get all your papers in order from the building department, you can start.
Oh, perfect, okay, thank you very much.
You have to get that done within 6 months. We give you 6
Right.
months to start, just in case there's a holdup on the paperwork, and then you'll need 1 year to complete after that.
Okay,
Maybe you wanna say something.
thank you very much, have a nice evening.
You also have to,
What's that?
the meeting minutes have to be adopted too, the decision has to be
Right,
filed.
right, yeah, right. You're, when you go to your building department, our building department, to get your paperwork in order, there will be a small delay until the minutes of this meeting have been adopted.
Right.
Which will be 1 month. And after that, if your
Oh.
paperwork is in order, you can start.
Oh, okay. Okay,
It's the way it is. We do the best we can.
okay.
Good night. Thank you for
Have a nice evening.
understanding. Next.
Presbyterian Church of Mount Kisco.
Do we have anybody from there?
You're on Zoom. He's on mute.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm with Rivertown Solar. We are putting a 132.8 kilowatt DC solar system on the roof of the Presbyterian Church of Mount Kisco. There's no site work, there's no change to the use of the building. It's remaining a church, and there's no build out on the ground of any kind, it'll be entirely on the roof.
So your solar panels are gonna be on the roof? The
Yes, sir.
The existing roof?
Yes,
Okay.
on multiple roofs.
Multiple. Okay.
I can share a design. One second, sorry. I cannot find the share button here. Oh, here we go. Yep, there we are. So this is us. We are totally on the roof. And inside the building for some electrical interconnection work. And really that's the sum of it. And this is a nice sort of subsidized project, we secured a sort of funding for this. We have all our approvals from Congress and to move forward.
So you're putting panels on 2 separate buildings, it looks like.
Yeah, the complex there. Mhm.
Okay, all right. How many panels in total, do you know?
I can tell you right now, it's 320.
320, okay.
And what kind of certification did you mention that you have?
We have NAPSEP certification from,
Okay.
and our, my partner is master electrician. I have NAPSEP certification, and my partner is master electrician.
Any questions from the board on this one? Anybody in the audience or on Zoom that'd like to address this application?
No hands are raised online.
No hands are raised, okay. I make a motion, we close the public hearing.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye. Who wants to make a motion?
What?
Who wants to make a motion?
What we're doing is amending the
We're
existing.
making a motion to amend the special use permit.
I move for the Presbyterian Church of Mount Kisco that we amend the existing special permit to include the installation of
320 pounds.
320 solar panels.
And I would just add, in addition to the motion, that jurisdiction be retained with the zoning board, because the 2018 special permit, when they came here for their improvements, one of your final conditions in that resolution was to have the jurisdiction of the ZBA maintained for any subsequent.
We usually do.
Yeah, so I would just, in that motion, just,
And also we would retain jurisdiction over the any changes for or amendments to the existing special permit or as amended. That's
I
it.
should use it, I would just throw the 5 factors in there, you gotta give them some idea why.
Okay. The granting of the variance will create no undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood. For the installation of solar panels, there's no feasible method other than the variance to achieve the benefit. The variance requested is it appears to be substantial, but in light of the being solar and getting off the grid, I think it's very positive for the church. And if the granting of the variance will have no adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood. This is self-created, but again, it's a benefit to the applicant and to the community. So for those reasons, I move that we grant the amendment of the special permit.
and I would just add also that it's consistent with the special permit requirements under section 60-430-02 of the code.
And it's consistent under that section of the code.
I'll second that.
I second the motion.
Alright, let Michael second it.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye. You have your variance, thank you. Good night.
Thank you very much.
Next applicant is House.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Could you
I'm
state your
Lou
name
DeMacy.
for the record and tell us
Lou
what it is
DeMacy,
that
I'm the
you seek?
architect.
Pardon me?
Lou DeMacy, I'm the architect for
Lou
the
DeMacy,
project. Yep.
very good.
With me tonight is David House, he's one of the owners of the house. So what we're seeking, it's an unusual lot, there's actually two fronts to this house. There's a front where is the front, and then there's also another street that's behind it, so it's like two fronts on two different sides. It's not a corner lot, it's just two fronts on two different sides. So what we need to do is seek a variance for the front yard setback, because anything that we do to the house would require a variance. I was wondering if we could pull up the site. So we're not expanding the footprint, we're just gonna be building on top of the existing house. So that still requires a variance, and they're very minor additions, they're less than 250 square feet. And they're both, like I said, above, you can see there on the site plan, they're both above the existing footprint.
Aye. Ayes, aye. Okay.
So,
Hold on.
So you can see north on the page, that's Begg Drive, that's your first front. And then just below it, if you could pan down a little bit more, you could see Martha Place is on the other side, and that's another front. So the hatched areas on the site plan are what we're building as additions, and they're on top of the existing footprint. It's a second floor addition.
So you will not be adding to the footprint of the house, your existing is existing, okay.
Those are two areas that are single stories that we're gonna be adding a second story.
Right.
A much needed second bathroom and a bigger bedroom for one of the kids.
Okay,
And the reason for the two variances is because it's Begg Drive and Martha Place?
Both fronts. Kind of an unusual lot. I'm used to dealing with a corner lot, but nothing like this where there's two different fronts.
okay. Any other comments from the board? Is there anyone in the room that would like to make a comment on this application, or anyone on Zoom?
No hands are raised.
No hands are raised, okay, this is pretty simple. Okay, I'll make a motion, we close the public hearing.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
I can make a motion.
Thank you, Mike.
I move to grant variance to Dan and Dave House for a separate two-story addition. It's a legal non-conforming home on a quarter-acre district. They are not expanding the footprint of the home. They are adding a second bath and increasing the size of one bedroom. The difficult part of this application is that they have two front yards requiring two variances on two different roads. The first variance would be a 12-foot front yard variance on the Begg Road side. And the second would be a 28-foot front yard setback on Martha Place. Is that correct, Tom?
Yep, you got that.
And for the following reasons, the granting of the variance will not create an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood. The benefits sought by the applicants cannot be achieved by any other feasible method and not expand the footprint of the home. The requested variance is, while substantial, it is legal non-conforming. It will not have an adverse effect or impact on the physical and environmental conditions in the neighborhood. There are no neighbors who are present or written in opposition to the variance. It is not self-created in the respect that the building lot is legal non-conforming and they're not adding to it. With that, we need 6 months to start. A year to finish, Tom, in terms of a survey, Tom?
No, sir.
Okay.
It's built on top of the original structure. There is no footprint.
No survey
Extension.
required. Okay. I'll second
So
that.
6 months to start, yeah.
6 months to start, 1 year to finish, right?
Right, yep.
I'll second it.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
You have your variance, good
Great.
luck.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next applicant is Barg.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the zoning board. I'm Gary Barrett, I'm the landscape architect for the project. Just gonna try to share my screen. And this is a project that the zoning board saw about 3 years ago. Did my screen come up?
No, there it is.
Okay, now?
You're on, good, thank you.
Okay, so, this is bar 931 Hard Travel Road. In November of 2020, we were before the board and we requested, two variances, for this project. This project is it's a 1 acre zone, but the lot's, about 2.17 acres, and the lot is kind of, it's an odd lot because it's got a wetland in the front, heavily treed. And you get back farther into the property, that's where the house is, and it kind of goes up, and you got kind of a rocky high point here. And that's when they built the house. The house was built, I think, in the 20s, before there was a zoning regulation, so it was pushed back. You can see, and then it drops down to the water course running right through here. And it kind of overlooks, I suspect they built the house to overlook the water course. So as a result of that, when we started doing the planning for this, in the existing condition, the property is compliant. There was a previous variance granted for this garage sometime, maybe 20 years ago or so. The house, you can see, goes over the setback lines, but again, the house predated zoning. It was just there, so I guess that's one of those legal, non-compliant situations. But when we built the pool, we found out, so because of this driveway, it's over 400 feet long, it brings the development coverage for the property way up. And when we added the pool into it, we went over, so we needed a development variance. The other variance we need is because the pool, there's no place on the property, as I say, that here's the house here, and it drops right off to this thing here. There's no place else to put the pool. You've got a wetland here, you've got a 100-foot wetland setback right here. So we've been through the ERB, we've obtained the wetland permits to work in this area, and so if you put the pool in the front yard, you have to triple the front yard setback, which you have a 60-foot normal setback, and if the pool's in the front yard, you have to triple it, and we did 180, we don't have a problem with that. But what we do have a problem with is that we are over on the coverage. And what happened last time, and what's happened is we're actually asking for less of a variance this time. This was where the pool was last time. Just going back to, in 2020, this is what the board saw in 2020. And this was the pool. You can see the pool was riding that 100-foot setback line right there. And then we were over it, and now, now there's that 100-foot setback. We've got everything on the inside of it. So actually, we are asking for, I think, the maximum allowable. 13,000 and change. We're asking for 14,544. We're asking for a variance of 910 square feet. And we'd just like to point out that the last time we were there, we asked for a variance of about 400 square feet more than this, and it was granted at that time. So I apologize for having to come back and put the zoning board through this again. And what happened was the variance was granted, and it was right about the COVID time hit, and we went out to bid. You couldn't even get contractors to get back to what we finally did get contractors. The prices were exorbitant, so the project went on hold. What I didn't realize, I always thought that variances ran with the land, and I guess they do. But this variance was conditioned on pulling the building permit, I think, within 6 months, and that didn't happen. So they hired a contractor this year. He went to the building department and asked for the variance, and asked for the building permit. Of course, it was denied because the variance had expired, unbeknownst to me. So that's why we're back here today. So we're asking for the same variance. The variance of that, the other caveat to this 3 foot, 3 times the front yard, have to have 3 times the lot area. So you need a 1 acre zone, you need 3 acres, we've got 2.2 or so. So that's why we're asking for the variance. That hasn't changed from last time. That's the same variance from last time because the lot area hasn't changed and the regulations haven't changed. We are asking for the coverage variance, and again, the coverage variance we're asking for is actually 400 square feet less than the last time we were before the board. So that's the project in a nutshell. It's a reduced scope project, so we would ask that the board reconsider, based on looking at the extract of the minutes from the last meeting in 2020, And, the zoning board finds, and, we talked about the house is far back and, backyard, no place else to go, you're just secluded, it's there's no views in and out of the site, so the board determined that there would be no undesirable changes in the neighborhood. The board had determined that there would be no adverse impact or physical on the environmental condition of the neighborhood, that they did through the ERB, and we have comprehensive erosion control plans and planting mitigation plan. We're converting mowed lawn and wetland to planting, so the ERB was very pleased with the application. Four, the board found that the variance was not self-created hardship because of the location of the house and the size of the property. And five, the board found that the variances are not substantial, so given that we're asking for a little bit less this time, we respectfully ask that the board reapprove this variance.
Why is the pool being moved from the last variance?
Well, when the owners got the pricing back, and, the whole world changed, obviously, when COVID hit, and all the materials skyrocketed, and the price was much more than they thought. They realized they didn't need as big a pool again. This was the size of the pool before. And they realized that they'd be happy just with a smaller pool. And so that's what they did. They went to a smaller pool. I think it's a 12 by 20, I think now. And smaller patios. Again, this was the size of the pool before, so they really almost cut the pool in half. And they consider it more of a dipping pool type thing where, we're gonna come off, we're gonna raise it up a little bit. It's gonna look like a large spa, and it's just gonna be nestled right in there. It's gonna be nestled right in front of this, right in this area here, right in the grass, and we'll have a little water spout coming out of the building and make it kind of look like a little, like a little villa type thing.
Any other comments from the board? No. Anybody in the room that would like to address this application, or anybody on Zoom?
I'd also just like to add, Mr. Chairman, that the last time we were before the board and the variance was granted, the pool was 200 feet or so to the front property line, and now it's like 8 feet farther away. So it's not only is the coverage we're asking for less, but the pool is farther away from the front yard.
Thank you. No other comments? I'll move we close the public hearing.
I second the motion.
Ian Giardina,
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan,
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
I'll make a motion that the Barg application to build a swimming pool requiring a variance of 910 square feet for development coverage and a variance of 0.824 acres for the pool being located in the front yard where 3 acres are required and they only have 2.176 acres. I move that we approve this variance for the following reasons. This application has been before us just before the COVID situation hit us, and it was approved by this board. Since then, nothing has happened. Their variance time ran out and they have reapplied, but during the reapplying process, they've decided to make some changes which were positive. They have reduced the coverage requirement so that our new variance will be less coverage than the previously granted variance. The property in question is very unique in that it sits way farther back off the road than most properties of this size, with an extremely long driveway creating a coverage situation that is not normal. The project is not even visible from the road, so even though it is not, they don't have the required 3 acres, they only have a little less than that, it will not seriously or detrimentally impact the visibility or the neighborhood. The required variances are not substantial, given the fact of the situation, the size of the property and the proposed work to be done. The granting of the variance will not create an undesirable change to the character of the neighborhood. There are no other ways to achieve the desired benefit other than granting this variance. There will be no adverse effect on the physical environment in the neighborhood. This is not a self-created hardship in that their property is extremely unique with its setting of the building and the wetlands on it and the restricted areas where they have any way to build anything on this property. And if you can provide us with foundation surveys prior to framing, and one thing I do request normally when we're doing swimming pools, if it's at a gunite pool, then I'm assuming that it is, that before the gunite is shot, we need a survey of the excavation and the rebar to be sure it's in the right place. Because we do not wanna have
Once
to,
they get it, yeah, once.
we do not wanna have you take it out.
No, once the wood forming is up and the steel is in place and everything's been inspected, we'll have an interim survey done and submitted to the building department.
Exactly, right.
Before we shoot the concrete.
We've learned from experience that when we don't do that and somebody makes an error, it's hardship for everybody involved. So it's better for you to get us a survey, show us that it's in the right place, and then continue with your project. You'll have 6 months to start and 1 year to finish. Is that gonna be okay for you time-wise?
You know, that's kind of a sore point for me over here, so I would
And
request.
if you can remember next time, in case you need a little extension, as you saw this evening, we granted 3 of them. We can help you out if necessary, and if you have a reasonable reason to have it done.
So they
So we'll give you
have
6 months to start and 1 year to finish.
Well, okay, so they retained the pool company, and the pool company's filed, obviously they filed for the building permit, so, okay, so here it's January, 6 months to start. What if the pool company is busy and they don't start till August?
Well, then you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have to come back to us, because I think 6 months is a reasonable time. We do it all the time. It's never, or I should say never, very seldom a
Well,
problem.
they could start before June.
But I would posit, Mr. Chairman, that pool companies can't start working until April, so that's 4 months right there.
I'm not so sure about that April thing nowadays with global warming. I mean, we don't even have frost in the ground. I'm an old construction guy. I've been around a long time. And I've
Okay,
seen
we got a high water table.
I've
We
seen
got a high water table on
frost,
the
wait a
side.
minute, I've seen frost driven 3 feet in the ground. We haven't had frost in the last 5 years.
I know,
They're
we got a high water
excavating
table
in
on the
December.
side.
So I'm gonna insist on 6 months to start and 1 year to finish. If for some reason you can't, then come to us with a reasonable reason why, and I'm sure we'll be happy to accommodate you.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
You have your variance, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you very much, good night.
Good night.
Will Bernard.
Good evening, hi. Go ahead.
Could you state your name first, please, and what it is that you seek?
Yeah. Paula Bernard.
And Andre Bernard,
Okay, you are seeking?
We want to get a
a
variance.
side
Go ahead.
setback variance so we can put the steps for a deck on the side. Because the present, where it was originally planned for, doesn't work.
Are there steps there now that you have to take?
There are no steps there now, there
There are no
were
steps.
steps,
Okay,
they were taken away, and they were gonna put in the new steps, no good.
why doesn't it work?
There's a beam that goes down that's holding up the deck. And you would have, the steps would be very narrow, they're gonna only be like 2 feet wide, and I know that's not compliance. It has to be at least 36 inches.
Good reason. Any other comments from the board?
No.
Anybody in the audience or on Zoom that would like to address this application? Anybody online there? No hands are raised, okay. I don't have any questions about this either. I'll move we close the public hearing.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Want to make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion
I always laugh for hurrah.
For the Paul R. S. Bernard, I guess it's a trust, granting a 14-foot side yard variance to construct a staircase from an existing deck. The granting of this variance will not create an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood. As was stated, to put the staircase back, it would be narrow and would not be compliant. Therefore, there's no feasible method other than the variance to achieve the benefit. I don't believe the variance is substantial. And although self-created, it's de minimis because we're just changing the staircase to another location. So for those reasons, I move that we grant the variance for the relocation of the staircase. You need a survey and a final survey once it's
As built,
as built.
As built.
6 months to start.
6 months to start, 1 year to finish.
Thank you very much. Want to
Thank
wish
you.
everybody a happy
Happy
and
holidays.
healthy holiday.
We didn't vote yet.
We didn't vote.
Not that easy.
You go either way.
Still want to wish you a happy, healthy holiday.
Okay.
Can I get a second on that, please?
Howard motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye. You have your variance, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy
Have a good
holidays.
evening.
Thank you. One more.
And last but not least, Tavo Development LLC. Oh, Charles.
Good evening, board members. My name is Teo Sigüenza. I am the architect for Mr. Cavallacci, who is going to join us in here. He's going to help me hold the boards. If you don't mind, I want to hold this thing here. I take this one, which is the survey here. Put it out there, yeah. So I suppose you have the board in there as well. We are looking at the property here, which is about 0.7 acres in a half acre property. So it complies as far as the area of the property, it complies as far as the coverage. But as you can see here, you know, the buildable area, it's quite diminished here. And the existing house actually is outside of the setback line. We are looking to rebuild this home, save the existing foundation, and raise a story on top of it. So we will rebuild the first floor and build a second floor. Generally, the house, of course, because we're reusing foundation, it stays in the same footprint, with the exception of the garage that we're looking to push a little bit towards the north and a little bit towards the street, but never farther than the line of the house. If you can see here, I'll probably get it closer to you here. So this is why we're here tonight, you know, to request a variance for the front yard. As you can see here clearly, you know, the house existing is here, which remains, and the proposal is actually to continue about in the same line. The garage is currently here. We have a high ceiling here. There's a lot of topography change in the back, so it's challenging as far as going to the back. There's really no room unless we start, you know, cutting, you know, half of the hill in this area. So naturally, the obvious way to expand this garage will be to come to the front, and again, we're trying to keep in the line so that we don't expand it any farther.
Okay. We get it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any comments from the board on this one?
No,
This is quite an old house.
Yes,
You guys are taking on a heck of a project,
yes.
so you have any of the neighbors approach you
No,
on this?
everybody's been fine. Neighbor to the left. We actually gave him some wood. We cut some trees, and he wanted some wood for firewood, so he took a bunch of firewood. I think everybody's excited. I think the house has been in disrepair for a number of years. There was a blue tarp on it for years that Tom tried to have removed. He was successful, actually.
in town?
Yes,
By the duck pond.
by the duck pond.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
This is an ancient house.
So we wanna build something, nice for the community. And it'll be a nice walk to town, the train is there, and it should be really.
I know the house, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see it being finally
So-
upgraded and
Yeah.
improved.
Yeah.
And I commend you for the project you're taking on.
I walk by your house 2 times a day with my dog.
Is that right?
Very familiar with it.
Yes.
On my second
So it
dog,
should
so
be
it's been
beautiful.
17 years. I've been
Took a
seeing that
lot,
house.
took down a lot of trees.
Yeah, I mean, they were over that house, like,
Yeah.
maybe this last storm, if we didn't, who knows?
Yeah, okay. Okay, is there anybody, and obviously nobody in the room, is there anybody on Zoom that would like to address this application?
No hands are raised.
No hands are raised. Anybody on the board have any other comments to make? No other comments to make, okay. I move we close the public hearing.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye. Okay, we need a motion. You gonna do it, or am I gonna do it?
Go out strong.
Yeah. With respect to the application of Tavo Development, I move that we grant the variances. So we're looking at a front yard of 19 feet for the garage, a first floor expansion of 20 feet front yard, a second floor expansion of 20 feet front yard, and a parking area variance of 19 feet front yard. This is a very old house, it's in disrepair, so the granting of this variance will not create an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood or detriment to nearby properties. In fact, it'll enhance nearby properties. There is no feasible method other than the variance to achieve the benefit to renovate this property. The variances are not substantial, but necessary. And the granting of the variance will have no adverse impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood. You have 6 months to start, 1 year to finish, and we need surveys once completed.
Great.
Okay?
Thank you.
No,
No,
we didn't vote
No.
yet. Again, it can go.
We did- Can we get a second,
Thank you for the
please?
6 months.
I second the motion.
Michael seconded.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye.
Great.
You have your variance.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we have
Good night, board members. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
November 29th meeting minutes for approval. I move that we approve the minutes.
I second the motion.
Chairman Giordina.
Aye.
Howard Dubs.
Aye.
Mike Nolan.
Aye.
Ron Genzeg.
Aye.
Warren Gottlieb.
Aye. Adjournment is in order, and I wish all in the room and listening to us a happy holiday and a healthy and prosperous new year for all. Good night.